Hello, welcome back to Proactive New York. With me on Skype right now is Nader Pourhassan, CEO at CytoDyn. Nader, great to see you.
Thanks for having me again.
Of course. So we are seeing continued positive data coming from your treatment of triple-negative breast cancer. What's the latest that you're seeing from patients here?
First of all, the press releases that we keep putting out, it's allowing patients to realize that this little company, CytoDyn, has something very special called Leronlimab. The patient that we updated, there was a couple of patients update. One of them came from England, and they heard about us through the first patient who's doing extremely well, saying that, hey, I'm taking Leronlimab, it's great for 5 months. And that patient had a very large tumor size, and the tumor has shrunk in just 4 weeks. Imagine how desperate the patient is to come all the way from England, and how great it is to see that we can actually provide something that could help these desperate patients. And the next patient was a family member who had a CT scan, had the CT done, and all sort of things. And her oncologist told me directly that these results are good. The patient is stable. I haven't done anything different, the oncologist said. And obviously it's the Leronlimab. So now we're getting the buy-in of oncologists, all of them that we are working with us, they're realizing. So in March 19, we're having a gathering of all these oncologists so they can start this campaign of telling all their colleagues that, hey, we're the oncologists of these patients. It's working beautifully. Let's pay attention to this.
And moving to what's really gotten the world up in arms is the coronavirus, which has now really infiltrated the U.S. What is kind of the status here on bringing Leronlimab as a treatment for coronavirus?
Yeah, it was interesting. A couple of days ago, Dr. Bruce Patterson and I got on a call with the analyst who was very skeptical of what we're saying. And it was very nice to hear Dr. Patterson actually tell him to the analysts what the science behind this is, and they were completely turned around. Keep in mind, Leronlimab, humanized monoclonal antibody, binds to CCR5. All the cells in the body that take care of these viruses, coronavirus, whatever it is, they have CCR5. We bind to CCR5 in a miraculous way that we have seen the results in HIV, cancer, and GVHD, and all the animal studies and human studies. The people who die, which is about 2% for coronavirus, they're dying from ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome for lung. Now, the dying happens from that disease, and we bind to CCR5, which is all the cytokine, which Washington Post called a cytokine storm that's killing these patients. They all have CCR5. We have to be the center attention of the people who are taking care of these people, and just give Leronlimab to some of these patients who have an acute disease, respiratory disease due to coronavirus. Now, in that effect, we just bypass all these publicity that people are making, and the people who are skeptical. We are going directly to FDA. We're filing our protocol within the next few days, and we're going to let FDA see what we have, and we're going to start immediately inject ourselves and take the role of going forward ourselves instead of waiting for others to pay attention. And we hope that we could perhaps save people's lives that are in danger for coronavirus. We don't know that, but the hypothesis that was there for cancer, for HIV, the results is very clear. So we need to immediately allow coronavirus patients use this. China, Taiwan, and South Korea are in talk with us, and I think they're going to move a lot faster than we will be moving in America with those things.
You will be speaking about your potential cure for the coronavirus, along with some other items on your March 5th investor call. What can investors expect from that call?
Well, they can expect a whole bunch of arrays of beautiful and positive things from this company, and they're going to hear why we have so much excitement. None of them is false. They're all truth. The coronavirus potential, license agreement with China, Taiwan, and South Korea, perhaps. Non-dilutive funding that we always said, we're going to read the non-binding term sheets that we have for 45 million, 75 million. We're going to talk about it and why we are taking time moving forward. We're going to talk about our BLA submission that everybody keeps saying, what are they doing? They're not submitting it. There is a problem. There is no problems, but there are steps that we have to take. We want to explain that to our shareholder, which we owe to them everything. We're going to explain to them clearly. All other activities that are so spectacular, cancer, NASH, all of them, we're going to explain carefully. We're going to have Dr. Bruce Patterson with me. I'm going to ask him questions to make sure that everybody in our shareholder base understand the situation of what Leronlimab can do and the potentials of it. I'm going to have perhaps some of the patients themselves, on cancer patients, talk in the call. If we can't get them on the call, we will read the testimony of those patients. We're going to make sure everybody see that we are being crystal clear from about what we're doing, with our results that we're getting, what they are, 100% truth, and let everybody decide, is this the biggest thing in Wall Street? I'm talking about CytoDyn. Is this the biggest thing in Wall Street for 2020 or not?
Well, we will soon find out. Appreciate the transparency here, Nader. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.